Let's take a listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very interesting. Relax. Oh yeah, it's fine. This is a very interesting video, ladies and gentlemen. We get this conversation over here from the Convo. You know the Convo, right? Penweli, boma, abo mlochwa lapha, abo pensini, abo jabli, abo. Who is this guy? The other guy? Oh, I forgot him. Man, what is his name? They must put his Tebogo. You know, they are having a very interesting topic here, and I want us to take a look at that. And I will have my own piece also. Okay, let's get into it. Hope you enjoy these guys. Interesting. Okay, let's go.
And I was friends with like men, okay, right? And at indlela ngikhulisa ngayo was stay away from them. Just before, I think she's not here to speak for herself, right? But indlela ngikhulise ngayo nangendlela engangena ngayo emshadweni ended up messing a whole lot of things. That is why I say I fear if I only had a daughter, it was good because I was going to
carry on this.
Right, I was going to trend on that because of how she has raised me. I was going to.
Bazongenela kuma comments because they're going to say you're lacking accountability. Because they want to say it's your mom's fault.
No, I mean it's that's how they feel, but that's not the entire truth.
Okay.
So sometimes people must understand. They hear what I'm saying, but they do not know the whole truth.
You said you're more scared for your son and your daughter as a parent. What do you mean by that?
For my son more.
Yeah.
Because the way things are going now, at the pace where even men have to be dissented.
Censoring men.
I don't like that, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. I wish I didn't hear that. Because I feel that the ways in dozing manje, if we continue this way, one day our sons because there will be just women and feminists everywhere believing that they are trash, believing that they don't have a right. Pella women say most of them. Or some of them, let me say some of them, they say that you guys must just go back to Mars.
Guys, I'm not exaggerating this thing. I hear what you're saying, but I think we're exaggerating this thing that men will believe that they're trash. It feels like it's an exaggeration.
Why is the rate of men killing themselves so high?
We spoke about. Didn't we speak about this last week?
There are things.
We did,
there are things as Bonisa. If we continue this way, maybe I do not know.
Sure.
Maybe I'm speaking from fear. I do not know, but if we continue the way that we continue, I'm telling you.
I don't think men, I could be wrong. It sounds like you're saying part of the issue is men committing suicide. Part of it is linked to that they're starting to believe that they are trash and what women say about them is true about them.
Do you know the power of words?
No. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's based on that. We unpacked it. We spoke about finance, them not being able to, pressure, not them being able to.
Listen, I do agree with you, Tebogo, guys. Let me tell you something. I agree with you, Tebogo. Okay? There are men out there, guys, who are hardcore when it comes to what you say to them. Okay? And I can promise you, and I don't know whether I can say I'm one of them. Now, whatever you say about me, I'm 1% like, for example, let me just make an example with myself. I don't want to use people here. Anything you say to me that I know that it's not exactly what you are saying, 10 minutes after you say it or 15 minutes after you say it, I would have forgotten it. That's how hardcore I am when it comes to what you say to me. There was a time when Mr. Zuma was talking and then he said, people, it puzzles me that people sometimes when they tell them to say, you are this, and you are not that. For example, if a person says you are a sheep, right? You are not a sheep. Like, you are not a sheep. Why are you worried that you are a sheep? No, you are not a sheep. As long as that person, he doesn't explain what he actually means when he says a sheep. When a person says to you, you are a sheep in a goat skin, obviously that is a metaphor, I think. Is it a metaphor? A metaphor? Nah, yeah, it's a metaphor. Yeah, whatever. Well, whatever term they used to explain, to say you look like you are good, but you are wearing, inside you are bad. In other words, outside it's like you are shape, but inside you are gold. That means you are bad, you are bad. Now, when a person says that, you will understand. But a person who says, you are a what, you are a what, yeah, you are a what, and you know exactly that you are not, there's no need for you to actually go to such an extent of saying you end up crying, you end up going to places and you complain, yeah, this person called me that, like, as a man. Like, I don't believe that, it's always the case that when you say anything to me, then I will have to take it as if like it's a gospel truth. No, I will have to look at that thing that you are saying, and I'll be sitting back and be like, okay, this person called me a goat. Okay, I'm not a goat. So, and then I move on. I do what I do. I do videos like this, and then I forgot 10 minutes, 5 minutes ago. I'm done. I forgot about it.
Probably number 7 or 8.
What would be the highest then?
So what I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to go back to how my experiences of little kids and how little kids are treated in a school setting.
Sure.
It's crazy when you look at. It seems like is it the pendulum? It's swung aggressively on the one side to a point where the little girls are being pushed, motivated, they're driven, whatever the case is, to become aggressive, independent, all the masculine roles.
Sure.
And it's almost like you see with the little kids, the little boys, they're being told to be more of the feminine things. Sit down, fold your legs, be kind, open doors, be those cute little gentlemen. But also, when our daughters are being told, do STEM, do this, do that, all these aggressive things. So as you're watching it, I was in Newcastle 2 weeks ago, and I'm watching these 2 little kids playing, and I'm watching the little boy being the kindest little soul, and this lady being, the little girl being like a boss, sassy lady, and how all the females were loving her boss sassiness. Yet yena ibhayisikile lakhe, amathoyiza wakhe, but usimpela ingane encane yentombazane. And I was like, it triggered me because I remember this when I was in the playgrounds. Is it all of them? No. Is it most of them? Probably not. But there's a growing group of abafana whose voices are getting smaller and smaller, whose boyish behavior is getting less and less. You're making a noise, you're too untidy, you this. They're getting less and less, and the stronger, independent sisters are getting bigger. Nothing wrong with being strong, nothing wrong with being confident, nothing wrong with that. It's just there's going to be a swing and a huge power change. And I don't know if that is good for society in the long term, especially for Amachita growing up in this space. I don't think it's good.
It's definitely not good. But with what you're saying, we need to then unpack what's happening at home. There's a high number chance that at home it's a single mother that's raising those kids.
Or it could be a strong woman who's dominating this talala over no.
Hi,
what do you think? You do not know those marriages where Mchita is just the Papayana and Danga?
I think there's a lot of
I see what
men.
you're trying to do.
Our generation, or which generation? Because maybe
our generation.
That's also maybe what we need to split.
Okay, cool.
Because there's a lot of caring from the previous generations, and in trying to make it apply here, but it doesn't. In our generation, a lot of the guys that are getting married is because of a lot of relationships, bro. We'll see so petty boy. Yeah, and you call and
you know how true this is. I hold events like
we live in different worlds, man. Okay.
And
that's why I like this guy, man. He thinks deep. Like, he thinks deep on things, and then he gets to a point where he's like, okay, I think I see your point. And then his mind then is open. He's like, no, hey, we're living in another.
Immediately when men start talking, I wish I can just go live.
Sure.
And now I'm talking about a guy.
Events like what? Events where you said
for men. But
okay.
I'm not the one talking to them. I invite other men to come and talk to them.
Okay, like men's conference.
Yes, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lady actually also in Pretoria, I think. She does that thing, but okay, she doesn't invite people. But what she does is she concentrates on men. Not men as in old men, obviously, but young men. That will mean those that are still growing, empowering them. It's funny that, people who are doing this, it's women. It's so funny that it's women who are doing this thing. And I'm not saying that there are no men who are doing it. There are, but it seems like, and it's a good thing. You know why? Because in most cases, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or you disagree, one thing that you would notice when it comes to social media, influencers, women, when they get into like those spaces of socials and everything, they are the one who actually gets more audience than men, if I may put it that way. Yeah, if you're a man, you gotta be, I don't know, you gotta be somewhere, whether you're being an actor, whether you have been somewhere before, they know you and everything. But if you are not known, you're going to struggle to have a platform where it's actually big. Now, women, when they get into any platforms, when they get there, just 2, 3, 4 videos, boom, people, they flock into that page. That's why I think it's also good, because they can be able to attract more men into their spaces, because they are the ones that are actually more advantageous when it comes to this social media stuff and everything like that. So it's a good thing, to be honest with you. Okay, now I'm speaking based on audiences. Okay, it's a good thing based on that, because I can start now and say I'm concentrating on boys. I can promise you I can make a video now about that and do 3 months 3 months on it. Trust me, it's not gonna have a lot of subscribers. It will have those and that. But if a woman does it, first of all, people, they just come to, he's a lady, let's go. Man, you know what I'm talking about.
You will be shocked. You will be shocked at how an old man, ombonayo ukuthi usemdala, he's not working. Ekhuluma ukuthi I feel like a puppet. So because of dignity and all that, then we can't go live, right? I even cut the recordings, for his own dignity.
Sure.
Which I feel like I'm just a puppet ever since I've lost my job. Ever since, it's like I'm Himila's born. The way that the mother speaks to me, then the children. Then if that old man, okay, let's leave on Tangabit. I'm talking about that old man. Then what? It goes exactly to your point, maybe some of them, they were just, because of Agasenam Sebenzi, then that. Because most men are not working.
That is true. That is a fact.
I still want to play a lot of Osisbet who are also in dynamics where they don't have a voice. But I just feel for everyone, because it seems as if my trauma, because I was raised in a family as a girl where my father was dominating. Now I then say, I'll then never be dominated by a man. And then you go out there seeking for a weaker person to bully. It's almost like you were bullied, therefore you go and bully other people. Type of mindset. Our parents' generation was wrong in so many men dominating women, let's call it that, to a point where now we have a whole generation of voices who's saying, so keep it like this.
Yeah.
And then you see, because maybe when as with Debs, you see how, let's say your mom was bullied, then you say, I'll never let that happen with my daughter. Then you create this monster.
Yeah.
But then your daughter becomes like your dad.
No, for sure. And now I would like to fit. I'm not raising with you. And I think I'm traumatized by what I do, man. We travel a lot and we shoot a lot of reality shows where I'm not raising a which other submissive to outing. Rather, you can say she's not marriage material, she's not whatever, but she must stand on her own. Because I think the men that is in society right now, I'm not comfortable with Ngosiami around here most of the time. No,
I understand that.
Oh, sure.
And there's nothing wrong. I want to be very clear, because there's nothing wrong in having strong women. There's nothing wrong, and we had spoken about it. You can be strong in your femininity. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being strong. We're not saying mind you, people are thinking that's not what we're speaking about. Sure. We were trying to get into a bullying, almost borderline abusive space, and we're saying, how can we create strong women that aren't going around bullying?
Yeah, I'm not speaking about bullying. No.
I'm saying it's a very fine line.
Sure.
This thing, it's very, very fine. You want them to be strong, and once the lion sees I'm around sheep, then they power.
Yeah, then it mustn't be a sheep. The issue that it's not much
but also I was saying she believes, like how I believe, that is a growing space.
Yeah.
More and more.
Yeah.
And as a result, because you're still physically big about the
fathers must play their role. And if the women are not there, they must go find uncles that must play a role in those gulamachitala. Because right now, what must we must raise each as is soft. Then machita that haven't been trained, they're abusive towards I want to so if I had to choose the type of woman that must be raised now, if we have to go too extreme, I'll go extreme with the bully.
No, 100%. I think we'd all go extreme in the sense of cool. I'd rather my sons be bullying kids than be getting bullied.
No, but I'm just saying of men that are not strong, that are not disciplined, and they just want things because they are men. Une 4-5. Ngifuna izinto nje because.
Let me tell you the danger of raising that kind of a woman.
Tell me.
So, lo sis,
Yeah.
oyingane yakho uzokhula.
Yeah.
A strong, a righty.
Sure. Are we going extreme, or we saying there's a balance of extreme?
Extreme.
Okay, perfect. Yes, yes.
Then one day she's gonna find herself. It's exactly what you were saying. She's gonna find herself in this big house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Empty, lonely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you are not the one who's going to live that life.
If you had to give me choices,
if you're not the one who's going to live that life, you won't be there.
Yes.
To live that life.
Yes.
She's going to, it's very dangerous.
I'm worried about the type of men that we have in society. So if I had to choose how to raise a girl child now, with the men we have now in society, I will not.
And that is why we must have these conversations, and that is why we're having this conversation. The beauty of having conversations is that we are able to unpack such things.
Sure.
Because I'm just one-sided, right?
Sure.
I also need to open up my
Yeah.
mind. What you are saying is actually striking, a nerve. But at the end of the day, it's dangerous to raise such women.
Okay.
Only like.
But that's what I was chatting about. What's in the swinging of this
things are going extreme. That's the problem. Why
we can't raise our daughters extreme?
We need to fix it. That is why, like Women Speak, we believe it's not going to be an easy thing. That is why I can't do it alone.
So we need to fix the man and the woman. So what type of men must we raise again?
We need to raise men that understand that they must respect women, they must love women. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to sound biased. You understand? I'm going to sound like I'm trying to, no, honestly. When you came through, okay, by the way, we shot today, so I don't know if I have to say it, but when you came in and the way you greeted me, already my nerves and everything went down.
Okay.
You were not pompous, you were not like, but you embraced me. I mean, you came to me, but already the way will coming a corner. If we can have such men, I come in here, his first thing that he's saying this hlalo is not comfortable. What does that tell you? This is not comfortable.
Okay, listen, guys. Let me just put my 2 cents and then I will shut up, okay? For me, I believe it should be a balance. That means in a man, or a man must have a balanced, okay? That will be the extreme, and also, you cannot have a man that is only like, always only. Nah, guys, there's gonna be situations where the man will have to be, calm down, and will have to be, you'll have to, not always, now it becomes a problem. I can understand her when she says that, okay? And if people, they want to go extreme always, then you can go, but I believe that that should be balance, okay? Let me give you an example, okay? And I'm going to make an example in this way, okay? Let me just go here, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to miss this. I want to go here, guys. I want to show you this guy here, and I'm making an example, okay? I'm not saying, I'm just making an example, okay? Let's go to this. There is a guy who played games here, right? His name is Sim Gaming, right? I want to show you something, right? And I'm not going to play any video or with him, but I'm looking at a video which actually, where is it? Let me just click videos. Where is it, guys? Come on now. Now it's taking time, guys. Here we are, right? Now, I want you guys to see, I'm not going to play any video here, right? This guy, he plays a game, right? Now, remember that this is a game where they play characters. That means it's an RP, what is it called? RP role play, right? That means you become a character and then you act that character, right? One of the things that I've noticed about him, okay, is the fact that he is one of those guys in this thing where he is aggressive, okay? He shouts and he's strict, and then you must not do that, you are getting arrested. And if there is anything that is not good in the RP, that means there is somebody who's playing it badly. That means a person who just wants everything to go on his way. He complains and he does all these things, okay? But then when he is playing there, right, he becomes a character which is called Mr. Mkwanazi in this case, because he's a police officer, right? He is aggressive. He wants things to be done right. He wants things to be, you must do the calm, you must communicate, you must do whatever. But then there is a lady that is his girlfriend, right? In the RP, that character thing, right? When she talks to her, obviously, sometimes he does become aggressive to say, yeah, you are doing this, and it shouts, and then the lady will be like, no, you can't not be shout on my ear and whatever, right? And stuff like that. Now, there are times where the guy is soft. I think in Zongi is much, okay? Where he is soft, where he takes care of her, where she buys her cars, where she does this, she does that, she thinks about her, she communicates with her, she calls her, are you around, and blah, 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 blah. That is the soft part of him. But there is also an aggressive part of him. That means the extreme part of him. Okay? I believe that's the balance that a man, I believe they need. Okay, you need to have a balance, guys. It should not be like you should be extreme always. When you are always no. You gotta be balanced. When there is a situation where you need to be like and then you need to be but if there are some spaces where you need to be, sweet, just like the lady was saying here, when I came into your platform, guys, I felt welcomed, I felt like, my nerves, they went down and everything. That's what you need. You cannot be in an environment where every time you come into a place, your nerves are up, you are angry, you are scared, you want to hide because there are these men that are no, guys, I'm very sorry. There's gotta be a balance, okay? And I can tell you with my experience when it comes to home and father, but anyway, I'm not gonna go there because we've got different experiences, and the things we experience sometimes, they make us to look things differently. Anyway, let's go. I just wanted to make that example to say there must be a balance, okay? Anyway, I'm just saying, that's my opinion. I'm sorry that I took long, but I had to make the point.
Just say.
Oh, by the wrong. First of all, that's wrong.
But my point. You should have shared that story.
I need to share that story. What is Afrikaans?
So we need those kind of men.
Why have men become weak? What happened?
Men, are they weak?
Men have become weak.
I believe that their voice has been shut. It's not even that they are weak. Because
guys, what do you call a weak? I hear people saying men are weak. Why men did they become weak? What do you mean? What do you mean? What is it that you are? The thing is, guys, you see, one of the things that is good when it comes to the people or guys or even women who were born in the 80s, they have got two generations that they have lived into. That will be the generation of the 80s. When they were born, I think in the latest, in the apartheid latest, and then they went into the 94 thing and everything, and then also the 2000s, they were still there, and then now they are still here, even during the time of technology, podcast, they are still here. So those guys, they have got advantage. Now, I've always had a problem when a person says, why did men become weak? Why did men, when did they started to become weak? I'm looking and I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean when you say men have become weak? Trust me, guys. I don't know about other men, but if there was a person, as I am right now, I'm older now. Okay, when I was still young, I understand. I remember there was a time when I came to Pretoria, and then I still went to school and stuff like that. I was walking on the street. There were two guys who came after me. I was wearing my headphones, playing some music, and then I was walking, going to the flat. And then while I was walking, and then there was a guy who whistled. Then they came to me and then they took my phone. I didn't do anything. And I could see that the knife that he's holding, it was some shaky knife. But I was like, because I was still young then, try me now. I will see you from far away, and I will. It's either I will run. Of course, you will say to me, but you are weak. But I can tell you, if you get me, right-handed and then I can't move. Trust me, it won't be easy, my guy. It won't be easy. I'm very sorry. That is why I'm saying sometimes, what do people mean when they say like weak, weak, weak? I think, guys, we're different and we come from different places, okay? And especially those men who came from, I'm very sorry, but who came from advantageous families, you know, it's nice, you know, but in most cases you find out that the bullying, it might come from those places. The bullying of other people, of other kids, it comes from those places of people who are rich, people who've got everything, because they think the other ones are just bullying. Sometimes it comes from there. Go and check, maybe, I don't know, stats. You can go and check. Unfortunately, I don't know if we do have that stats that says the bullying people are from these people who are rich. I don't know. But I'm under the impression that the people that gets to a point where they end up bullying other people is because they think they are better than the other people. That's what I view the bullying thing. Okay. Anyway, let's go.
No, you know something
Comments, they always say, you guys, let me just
Look, and I think we spoke about it with Ike, I think the first app. Women voices, look, there was an actual mandate from government to say, hey guys, we need to make sure that women are empowered. You know, so we can't say that it came from them, 100%. So Amajita, equally, you can shut down a voice Amajita from a media perspective and all of that. But right now, we're in a society where, in an era where men have the power to speak. Men have the power to say, we're being oppressed, things are not done.